Thank you very much, Colin, colleagues, and welcome to all the projects. Just to continue, Colin, on what you were saying, the importance of your projects and the importance of working together under the SNS chapeau is that we have structured SNS around 3 phases. You are phase 1 projects, next year we will kickstart phase 2. But the important point here, especially for stream A, it's how impactful you can be into the standardization process. So in terms of 5G evolution and in terms of preparation of the vision towards 6G at international level and to all the different steps that will be kicking in and are already ongoing as we speak. So maybe we can, given the limited time, we can move to the next slides, Costas. So exactly, the focus of today is stream A, which focused on smart communication component system and networks for 5G midterm evolution systems. And it's a big part, and I think it's a big responsibility today that you have for a series of things. But before moving to your project, I just wanted to highlight, maybe with the next slides, which were the first results that we got from call 1, from phase 1 projects. We had quite a very high number of unique beneficiaries, 288, who were quite satisfied. Also with the openness of the program, which meant that 30% of 6G participants were not 6GIA members. I should say that we encourage, of course, everybody to be part of the associations, which has got several accomplishments and several interesting things to offer to members. But we're also happy from an SNS perspective that the program can stay open. And indeed, the Stream C and Stream D projects will have this kind of openness as well, as they will be publishing open calls as from the next month to include another important point for us, SMEs, startups and innovators at local level to bring on board new functionalities to define next generation 6G platforms and services. What I just wanted to highlight from these slides, it's on one side, verticals coverage. We had great demand and use cases and requirements that will be developed for industrial IoT, media, communication, XR, gaming, or including the metaverse. But we were a bit less receiving proposals and use cases on 2 important sectors for Europe, automotive and healthcare, but also smart farming and education, which has been a bit redressed, and it's the focus of the current call, which is open. I also wanted to focus on the topics coverage. There was a lot of RAN covered. We had quite some microelectronics. Architecture was definitely well covered. But what I wanted to focus today, which I think is also one of the mainstream of Stream A projects, is sustainability. We had quite a lot of proposals as requested in the work program on trying to address the sustainability, starting from the energy efficiency and the energy consumption part. So maybe we can move to Stream A highlights. Stream A is definitely part of this evolutionary path I was seeing in the slide before, Stream A and Stream D, which is definitely complementary to Stream B and Stream C, which are more of what we call the revolutionary path. But with this evolutionary path, as colleagues said at the beginning, really does make sense, because thanks to these research topics that you are working on, we will be addressing the emerging midterm requirements of 5G Evolved. Of course, the focus of Stream A is on smart communication component system and networks for 5G Advanced, but also has got a view to address all the topics that could move us into pre-6G system view and overview. As said before, energy efficiency was a key driver. I've put here below the topics that you have worked on, and you see many are green, on radio technologies, sustainable capacity networks, evolving the architecture towards global green systems. And I think each and every bit of project has got something to contribute. That's definitely one of the mainstream and focus of activities for the SNS program. But of course, the idea was also to integrate the different and multiple enablers like AI, ML, IoT, or security in a seamless and cost-effective way into what we have today and to let these systems evolve. I think one of the last points that I wanted to underline here is that your project, as it was demonstrated in February at the ETSI Research Conference, hopefully will make a great and strong contribution to midterm evolution of 5G standards. We've seen the timeline, time is now, and I think that conference showed that you, project and project coordinators, do need and do have a roadmap, strategic standardization roadmap, and that's really something that we are super attached, I will say, to. The last point I would like to discuss today is that we have decided to discontinue Stream A in phase 2 SNS work program, which is the work program for this year that is open right now, because from the analysis of the timeline, the project would have come too late with the results and their outputs to influence the standardization timeline. But I think the message is clear. Several projects that do address different research topics, as I've listed them, more on the green energy efficiency side, but also on the edge computing and how it integrates into the cloud continuum, and on resilience and trustworthiness overall of the system, and especially on the software platforms. We also had a topic on real-time zero-touch service technologies, which I'm sure we'll hear more about today. And maybe my last message to you, next slide, Costas, please, would be that you projects are instrumental to SNS communication. It's an important part. I'm responsible. Thank you. I'm responsible for this part as well on behalf of the SNS office team. We do have material. We are building this up, and we will build this up with you and with the results of your projects. But just for information, we are releasing press releases as soon as we have something new to announce to the community. You may see here on the left-hand side. We have launched our new website just a couple of months ago, brand new, and there, so it's Smart Networks Europa.eu, and there you'll find everything from job opportunities and procurement till the latest on the open calls and past and frequently asked questions and past and closed calls and work programs. We also have speed up our presence online, launching officially the LinkedIn account, which is hopefully working well to inform the community and to broaden also the message towards different stakeholders. We have a very live Twitter account, which is mainly due to the 5G PPP projects turning also into opening the community of the project to you, 6G SNS projects. And we are having some novelties coming up. We will be launching a YouTube channel in the next days. And we are preparing SNS brand and project communication guidelines. So hopefully it's clear, it's down to earth, it's helpful for you to help us, help you disseminate your project results and great outcomes. Thank you. That's all from me. The floor back to you, Colin and Costas.